Yo, welcome back, Nick, Adam, hello, and Aaron. Where's Aaron? Aaron, here he is. Right, line rewire, kinetic switches, not kinetic. So we're going to be using the NJ stuff which we used before. So it's the big paddles. Quick sort of run through. So a while ago, I came and fixed for this customer the element in the hob, and then the lady's father asked me to look at the board. That being the board. So I obviously said at some point it does need upgrading. You've got an RCD up there for the shower. Yeah, old board. So then we looked at, from that, the lights, metal light fittings everywhere, no CPC, through there, connected through to there, and someone's kindly connected the CPC from the fitting to an empty drain box. So we're coming in today, and I'm trying to see if we can get this done in a day. I've asked Aaron to come give me a hand. Actually, I've asked Aaron to come give Adam a hand. Their job is going to do the kinetic stuff, my job is going to be the fuse board. So we'll be popping through, doing bits and bobs. We've gone round, see, I can't get that screw out. Dropped all the fittings. This is what, usual stuff. There's literally every single fitting except for one or two are metal, hence why we need to do a light and rewire. I said again, the choice, we can just put plastic fittings everywhere, put some class 2 fittings up, and that will solve the problem. But then the father-in-law asked my honest opinion, and obviously I said it's going to be safer if we rewire, put a new board on. You'd be safer quite a while after that. But now is the sponsor of today's video. It's Tradify. So if you haven't seen Tradify before, it's a job management app. I've done loads of videos in the past about it. I'll link them all below. It goes from quoting, invoicing, scheduling, time management. So what it is, the purpose of it is it helps you spend less time at the office because you can do all of it on the road. Especially if you have a couple of guys that work for you, you can schedule their jobs, you can track all that stuff. So it is good. Obviously discount code, it's not Bundy 10, it's just Bundy, and that'll give you 50% off the next 3 months. Go give them a try. So what Adam and Aaron are doing, the A-team, I've had the boards up, because we're in kinetic switches, and the joists run the right way for once, which is nice. I'm going to get a feed up through here, but the only way to do that, because the fuse board's directly below the stairs, the fuse board's about here. If I can get it up through that cavity, big if, we're going to put it up there. If not, it's going to be drilled outside the wall, drilled back in here. I'm going to take both the main feeds over to the airing cupboard. The airing cupboard will contain a box that will have the kinetic receivers for downstairs, and the feed go up into the loft like we've done previous videos. But, I'm out of breath, I walked up the stairs twice. When we pulled the board off, when I came to look, everything sort of seemed fine, except for no earth on the lights. But as I'm pulling the board off more, I'm getting this up. I've got over IR cable, or rubber cable, which is the sockets cable, which goes that way and that way. So someone's connected black and red newer cable, old colours, back in the day to it. The kitchen's got new wiring. So when we came before, when we took some sockets off, the hallway, the kitchen and the bedroom were fine. But I think it was just by chance that it wasn't the ones that we pulled off where the rubber was. I looked in the lounge, bottom right corner of the lounge ad, that's got one leg of rubber in it, in a double 16mm pattress. Yeah. So I have to ring the customer up, but we're going to try and trace where these rubbers go, and if it's just a few legs then we can just replace them easy enough, but if not, it's going to be a whole different conversation. So yeah, I'm having a bit of a nightmare, to be fair. I've sent it to the wholesaler, and it is dual rubber cable coming up on the ring, but the problem with that, it's actually really good condition. VIR cable, it's not brittle, it's not got hot, it's actually quite nice. And I know you can test it out and write on the certificate like it's old rubber cable that needs replacing, but as long as the test results are fine, same as when you do any ICR, you can't fail it if it's old rubber, if the test results are okay. It's just a recommendation that it needs doing. Sorry mate, that's banging. So it's one of them annoying ones where recently we've done loads of EICRs, and then we've had an EICR test sheet to then change a board over, which has been lovely. This one I haven't had time, like I said, I've done 3 rewires on the bounce. It was meant to be just kinetic. We did give it a bit of a poke around when we came to quote to have a look at sockets and everything, but we ended up taking off the wrong ones, which had newer cable in. So I've already spoke to the customer and said about it, and he was like, oh, just do what you got to do. But the whole purpose of the kinetic switches were that we were going to cause no damage to the walls doing the new lighting drops. But then again, if you come to do the sockets here, where this one off, 16mm pattress, and the one on the right, one on the left here is newer old colours, but the one on the right is a rubber. You can just sort of see the black insulation there. But that spoke to me and said, oh no, you can do it down in trunking. So we might end up just doing it all in trunking and going that way, but just bear with me with this video because I'm going to spend a lot of time lifting up floors and tracing where these two rubber tails go and see if they're any good. And I'll just show you lots so you can see the frustration. Top right, you've got a hole in the cavity with two rubbers going up it, the lighting circuit and the boiler feed. The boiler feed is fine, it's the older colours. Obviously the lighting circuit ones were changing. So you get two rubbers going up there. Obviously this here is a flat bit. So it runs up here. And then from there, this board up. But we've only got one rubber there and two newer 2.5s. So look through in there. There's a one rubber coming up. And realistically, if they go down the cavity, the board is like here. Gone in the kitchen, took up the nearest socket, it's all newer colours. So if someone's done a joint in the cavity, which I highly doubt, I just can't figure out at all for the life of me where this cable runs to. Because this rubber goes across there and across down there. So, I don't know. It's going to be a fun day. On a better note, the lads have run all the cables for the downstairs lights. They're going to go to the upstairs lights and say, you good job. Right, so I found it. Someone, when they redid the kitchen, it's that one there. Decided to. That one's probably fed straight from the cavity straight across to the board. And then someone's joined through all on new cable. Oh, God's sake. It was going so well. But luckily, it's just the feeds from the boards. So noisy. Just the feeds from the boards of that. So, in theory, I could drill straight out the back, drop it down to the board, and then replace that one leg that goes up. And by the looks of it, it just runs all the way across. And that's it on the right hand side there. This is all off, obviously, board's cut off. There. So, this leg here, I can do in trunking. Keep it close to the chimney breast so it's hidden, and then probably stick another two double sockets just on top of each other, just get rid of this for the customer. Keep that on a ring. It means the entire house and the kitchen is on a ring, but it is what it is with that. I can at least put the new legs in and fingers crossed that's fixed it, but I need to get, because I can see the rubber coming up here and across and it comes to here, but the lady's bed's in the way. So once the lads have got the floor back down for this, I'll move the bed across, pick that floor up, and hopefully just find that, and it doesn't run anywhere else. Because in the entire, under the entire floor everywhere else, there is no rubber at all. It's just the old colours, black and red. So fingers crossed that's fixed. Right, so what I've just done, I put a Wago, 3 Wagos on the rubber under the board, linked them all out. I've just done a continuity test on this here, so we've got a good ring actually, even though there's rubber on it. The line's the same. So what I'm going to make sure now, I'm going to cut this off, cut the rubber here, go from here and then go straight to the board and find that one to make sure that is directly heading straight to the board. There's nothing else. There's 3 cables in here because this one here actually runs up top to the socket. So hopefully if that runs straight to there, that can be cut off. I can put a new leg from here straight to the board on the outside in conduit. Solid conduit, not flexi conduit, unfortunately. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the fly lead from the board to there to see if that solely is that one. Right, I've got the one lead out, as Adam wants to call it, the wonder lead. Don't you, mate? Snipped the rubbers, joining this through, zeroing it out. So I'm going to put it on line for now and just run it over into the cupboard to figure out which one's what. Much easier for Adam. The line conductor on one of the rubbers, and I'll let you know which one it is. please.
The earth?
No, line. Live. Please. Yeah. Okay. Then go across to this, the neutral of that cable, please. Yeah, that's it. Okay, just stay there a sec. So put it on the line of the other rubber, mate, please. You got strong? Yeah, strong connection. Okay, on the neutral. Perfect. And CPC, mate, please. Okay, sound. So bend that one left and the other one to the right, please. Right, so I know that's straightforward. We've got all the other sockets disconnected as an open ring, except for that one, but that's new colours that actually bounces off this one. So I know that cable now bells out straight to the board, and the other cable from the board bells out straight to there. There's only one socket in the way, which is behind her bed, which I'll double check it doesn't bounce into that and bounce down. Don't think it does, but I'll double check. So it means that to get rid of that, I'm going to drill straight out conduit down from there, new feed straight up, complete the ring again. It's got a good reading on the ring. I know what I said at the beginning as well, people could leave the rubber in if it tests okay, and there's no deterioration, thermal damage or anything like that. You can note it down, but equally I would hate to do it and there's something go wrong. And to be fair, when I was pulling this off, it's quite crispy at the end here, and there's no cable accessible here at all, to be honest. It was crimped together with this on it, and then they fell out of here anyway when I pulled it off. So in my eyes, I spoke to the customer, I said, this is what it is. I said, worst case scenario, it could be the whole house. Best case scenario, it's just 2 drops. And fingers crossed, by the looks of it, without taking that one socket up there, is just 2 drops. Just equally, just the legs that are out. So my job outside now. So I've done 2 holes, that's from the fuse board. One of them is going to be the upstairs and downstairs light and feed, and also the feed that's going to go across to the far side of the lounge. That'll take out the old dead ring. So that's the kitchen ring leg there. So that's going to come down and across the bottom hole. This one's going to follow across. And that's our hole just there. This is upstairs and downstairs light and feed that we're going to run in. So Aaron's just pulling them across to the airing cupboard. Then I'm going to be poked through this hole. Then I'm going to stick on some black conduit. Here we go, black conduit box. The metal saddles, lids, elbow. So yeah, I'm going to get the level out and draw some lines so I know what I'm doing. Alright, so we've got 2 lines, well you can see that, straight across and up. So I'm just going to do the end boxes first, drill them out. They're big enough. I'm going to put some 20mm conduit into the wall itself to stop the cable getting damaged if there's any further cavity wall insulation. That brick just fell out, but the plan with this is that's going to piece back in. I put a bit of silicone in, and then the end box will hold that on place as well. It's just a shame because I aimed to come through the mortar and it's obviously just chipped off, but that's the problem with drilling from inside to out. But there was no way I could get a measurement to drill inside perfectly inside one of the knockouts on the pattress on the tiled wall from the outside. It's just never going to end well. This is where we're at now. 2 boxes, annoyingly they're about 2mm out from each other, but I just wasn't thinking when I was drilling it. I let myself down there, but it is what it is. Going across, we've got upstairs light and feed, downstairs light and feed, and then the new leg of the ring, and then there's the other leg of the ring, so they're going to be brought down. So we're going to cut some conduit, get them on, put the metal clips on, and I think the only thing I'm missing, I need another 90. I need another 90, so I might just have to nip to shop in a minute. A couple of hours have passed since we've last seen each other, and people are banging now. That's rubber going up to there. So the rubber ran from the board was over here, down the landing, up into here, and then someone's run a new lead through as a link. Back down. For some reason it went up here in this floor, all the way across to the end, back down, and then through here. That's where the socket is downstairs. So as you can see, working in an occupied house, this is what you've got to do. Sucks. And any electrician, you know, I know there's a lot of apprentices that watch this, any other spark that fully qualified know what I'm doing right now. No, it is an absolute pain in the arse trying to find and trace where cables go. But that link to there, to here, to there, I'm now replacing all. The socket on the left hand side of the chimney breast is being moved to the right. So I'm going to put some trunking down in the corner behind the curtains. Tempted to do the joint there because I managed to snip off there, which you can just see. That's as much as I've got, so I can put a whisker box on that. Sorry, no, a Wago box on that, clip it to this joist and extend the leg down to there as well. And then that should complete the circuit. So I'm just running the new cables down. We're going to do surface trunking not to damage anything. Surface box, same the other side. And then surface box down in the corner of the lounge. Still here in the corner. Right, cables up, phones over there, got the hole across, extended that one. That one's now on. We've done surface trunking down. The last little bit here will all be covered by the carpet. I've done the same thing in that room. So that's had a new cable far side, linked across to this one, and this one is linking across to that one, and they're both been extended down. So this is what it's like with that torch on. Yippee! I love the dark. Socket on in there with D-clips. Ooh, don't knock the telly over. Right, that's my last thing. Last thing before I go into there, I've got to put the socket back on there. I've got to put that socket on, which is my new feed. I've put grommets and everything. We've got to through crimp this one back through to what it was to complete the ring. Tidy this up. Put the lids on the boxes outside. That's going across there, that one's going up. Aaron's put the boards down and he's putting the lights up. I'm going to put lids on that. And then I can get the board on. What time is it? 11 minutes past 4. Hey Adam, how's it going?
No, I don't.
Don't? No, so Adam's putting the receiver box in here. Now, in there. For the downstairs. He's just connecting all the receivers up now. And here we go. There we go. Right. Adam, you're still on the downstairs one, yeah? In the most awkward angle. Anyway, Adam, you good job. Aaron,
I've done a lot.
You good job. Adam's been in, literally Adam and Aaron between them have lifted the boards, run all the new cables, and Aaron's just fitting in the new lights. Adam's done all the loft work. The cables are all run, it's just receiver boxes now. While I have the honour and pleasure to do the fuse board when I only have half the stuff, and I've just realised. So my house is coming out to me. Right, it's my time now to tackle the board. It is smack on 5 o'clock, and my tiny cupboard that I'm in. So Adam's still doing upstairs, Aaron's still putting the lights up and tackling them. I'm going to sit you on this little box here and time lapse this and see how quick we can get done. I've got the fire sealant. I'm going to bridge it off the wall so I can do rear entry. This will go behind the 6mm cooker, the 10mm for the shower. We've got the new ring, we've got the 2 new lighting circuits, and that's the old boiler circuit. I'll 5 foam that up, I'll 5 foam sealant up that, and then the back of the board once I'm done as well. Right, so the battery's about to go flat in a minute. I'm just going to go stick it on charge for a bit. That's where we've got so far. It's nowhere near neat enough, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, I've got cables coming from every other direction, so I've set it off the wall. I'm going to put this on charge for a bit. Keen-eyed viewers will notice the gas meter is directly below. Obviously not to regulations whatsoever being so close, and on top of it, it's LED. I spoke to the customer prior to me coming anyway. The gasman's plumber's been over, looked at it. We're actually getting, so I spoke to the main gas board, whoever the hell that is, and he said he's going to put it in one of the surface boxes outside and get rid of all the lead, because obviously that's not allowed now. I don't really know, to be honest, but from what the plumber guy said, it's not allowed anymore. They're going to shift this outside so it's away from this, and that's happening on Monday. So I'm going to put some bond into it now, but I presume I'm going to have to shift the bond in once this is moved and just reattach it to the gas outside. Right, so unfortunately I'm going to have to leave this one on a bit of a cliffhanger. It is 5 to 7. The board's pretty much done. I just need to do the water. I'm trying to put this here. Just got to do the water bonding and a socket under the stairs here. It's got to be joined back across. I had to disconnect it because it was running 1mm before with no earth as usual. So yeah, I've got no battery on here. My power bank's dead. I'm still going to while off here getting the power on because Adam's still in the loft doing the connect switches. So as usual, It's a long day, and this is just the way it is at the moment. Adam doesn't mind. Keeps him out of trouble. Yeah, keeps him out of trouble. So yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Bye. I'll say bye for Adam. Bye. There we go.